So this thing on. What we are about to make today is a preparation similar to Domino's, the chicken Fiesta pizza, and we are about to start preparing marinating the chicken in the beginning, so we can proceed later to the dough. In a bowl, we first add 300 gram of boneless chicken, accompanied with a teaspoon of garlic paste. We are gonna use red chili powder as a substitute to paprika, which is approximately a teaspoon and a half. For flavoring purposes, we use 1 teaspoon of oregano powder, mixed herbs actually. Half teaspoon of mustard paste, 1 teaspoon of cumin powder, 1 tablespoon of yogurt. We can also use fresh cream, which provides as the softening agent for the marinade, as you can see. To add a bit of acidity, we use 1 tablespoon of lime juice. And a bit of salt to taste. And we add a finishing touch with salt according to the taste. So that makes the kneading it well. Later we can keep it for a couple of hours to marinate before we actually proceed to the frying part. You can see the marinade is prepared well and mixed. So what we are left to do is to keep it aside for 30 minutes. So while the marinade is still in the refrigerator, we will be proceeding towards making the dough, that is the base of the pizza. To begin with, we add approximately 300 gram of flour, or approximately 3 cups of flour. There goes the second, and there goes the third. 1 teaspoon of yeast, a teaspoonful of sugar, half teaspoon of salt. Finally adding 3 tablespoons of milk powder. Three tablespoons of oil to knead it well so that it doesn't get stuck with the fingers. So we'll start the kneading process by finally adding 1 cup of lukewarm water. So we need to keep kneading it until it reaches this level of consistency. Well, we needed slightly more than 1 cup of lukewarm water to reach this level. You can use whatever amount you need. This fine ball of dough is now packed up and kept in a warm place for approximately an hour before it doubles in size. So you see we are covering up the dough and keeping it in a cool dry place and a dark place for almost an hour till it doubles in size. Now coming back to the chicken topping, 2 to 3 hours is already passed and the marinade is already absorbed. So keeping the dough for almost an hour, we are heading to cooking the chicken. In a frying pan we add 2 to 3 tablespoons of cooking oil. So we slowly add the marinated chicken, boneless chicken pieces into the frying pan which is already hot. You see it's frying quite well. Now all we need to do is whisk it till it is done and completely fried. We'll keep whisking it until it's golden brown. The sound, the motor sound you are hearing is basically the sound of the chimney. We're about to keep it covered for a while so that the chicken gets cooked thoroughly. So we come back after a while and turn it over so that both the sides are cooked. We'll continue the whisking process till it's half boiled. You can see the gravy is nearly down and the chicken is in the way of turning golden brown. Well, we might not be able to record it in the video, but trust me, the really nice aroma is coming out, and the fact that it will be added on a equally masterful base just makes my appetite go up right at the moment. So a chicken topping can be considered done by now. We'll keep it aside and proceed with the remaining part of the dough. Chicken topping is completed cooking. We go back to the dough. Already a couple of hours had passed and it had already doubled in its size, and you can see it had reached the desired consistency. What we did is part the dough in 2 halves, and each part will be made for basing an individual pizza. In a greased pan, we add 1/2 of the dough and flatten it till it reaches the desired thickness and covers the entire pan. The strokes should be downwards and outwards. So you can see the dough has covered almost the entire pan, and which makes up for a fine pizza base. So now we add the tomato puree that we had made as a pizza sauce, which we had made by blending a couple of tomatoes and salt and pepper. The classic margherita pizza sauce that was used traditionally. So by this time the pizza sauce had been spread evenly over the base. To this we add pizza cheese, which is a blend of mozzarella and white cheddar in a certain percentage. We add one layer over it. After the first layer is done, we will proceed to adding the chicken topping we had already made. We proceed to add the chicken topping, which had already dried. This part you can add according to your convenience. After the chicken topping is covered, we add onions in the left out spaces, and to this we add bell peppers for the crunchy texture we all want in a pizza. This too is added to the required convenience. Now it's the step to add another layer of mozzarella cheddar blend on the topping, so that we get the stretchy and gooey nature of the cheese after we are done. So we finish this piece of artwork by brushing milk at the edges. This brushing of the milk might have something to do with formation of the crust. So this is the final step where manual involvement is required. Now we are about to insert this in a preheated oven at approximately 200 degrees Celsius for half an hour. So to this preheated oven for 200 degrees Celsius, we add this piece of art into the middle tray for almost half an hour. 20 minutes are up and you can see the cheese has already turned blistery and burnt, and the crust has also formed pretty well enough, and we are about to take it out. Right now we are struggling to get it off the pan, but it will be over soon. It looks pretty delicious, but we are about to find out how it tastes like. So off goes the pizza cutter. We're gonna make 8 parts out of it. Here with the finished product, you can see the cheese is already yellowish brown in color, and the crust has also formed quite well as we wanted. So running a pizza cutter over it, we're about to take a triangular piece out. So we have cut it into 8 equal pieces and we are about to stretch it individual one. You can see there's this gooey and stretchy thing with this cheese. Tara. The stretchy and gooey nature you are looking at is the perfect consistency of the mozzarella and white cheddar combination.